officially on the road home. We have left the resort. We got up very leisurely, had breakfast. I had the Mickey waffle platter. Sam had the bounty platter, and then we just kind of share like stuff back and forth. We cleaned up the room. Sam filled up the car with gas, and now we are headed home. Our ETA is right now says 4:36 a.m. tomorrow. It'll probably be more like 6:37 with gas stops, restroom stops, food stops. So we have had a great time. But now it's time to go home to Peaches. But we do have 2 weeks of Christmas break left, so...
Right? I was like, dude, we're getting home just to get on Christmas break.
Yeah, because yesterday at noon officially is when our school went on Christmas break, which would have been December 19th. So, that was my glasses. We still literally have all of Christmas break. So, we will be able to get home and relax and rest. However, we are helping my mom Monday with the food bank. So, they have not only the truck coming in, but it's also food distribution day, and it's the only distribution day next week with Christmas being on a Thursday. So it's going to be very interesting, and we told Mom before we went on vacation that we would be there to help her, and the truck is...
And then you talked to her last night, and it was dire.
Yeah, she's like, I really desperately need you guys. So
I'm like, all right.
We'll be there. We may be in pajamas, but we will be there because we will probably go home and go back to bed. But we are on the road. It is beautiful through here. It's just blue skies. It's 60 degrees.
It looks Christmas.
Yeah, it looks like fall, not Christmas. But we know that it's gross at home, which does not make us any more inclined to go home. But, you know. So, all right, we'll catch up with you guys on down the road. And we are officially off property. And Sam and I both said, we don't care if we're here a week. We don't care if we're here 2 weeks. We would probably say this after a month. It's never long enough. All right, we're getting ready to get on our exit to officially head north.
Watch this.
Okay, so we lied. We decided we wanted Polite Peg an hour into the road trip. So we're gonna drive back. Oh well,
we're on no time crunch.
Neither one of us have to be to work on Monday.
Your mom, yeah, but
that's it. So we're just kind of stuck in traffic at the moment, waiting to get out of the parking lot. So that's gonna be probably the longest part of this, is getting out of the parking lot.
We'll be fine.
Oh yeah, no biggie. It's entertaining. And Mimi is which is what we called my grandmother, would call it making memories. And so we are making memories and still enjoying some of the warmth before we get back home. So, all right, here we go. It was an adventure just to get some gas. So we left Disney Springs and we went to the Speedway that's right across from Disney Springs. Don't, because hardly any of the pumps worked, and they kept saying there was a card error, all kinds of things. So we literally had to drive 10 miles out of our way to get gas. Oh. I already told them about the whole gas fiasco. But yeah, if you need to get gas, do not get it at the Speedway that's right across from Disney Springs. You would think that they would keep it in really nice shape being right there, but it was not. It's kind of there as like an afterthought. So just don't use it. So anyway, so now I think we're officially on the road.
Yeah.
Okay. So now our ETA is about 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, which is not bad. I would say probably more like noon. With gas stops and traffic. So, we made memories. At Disney Springs, we got there and we went to the M&M store. And if you are looking for like his and hers or Mickey Minnie mugs, and you don't care that they say Disney Springs, and you don't care that they have an M&M on them, they have a set
It's only $25.
Yeah, that was only $25. Now, I don't know if they only have it at the holidays, so definitely check. But it was $25 plus tax for 2 mugs, when usually the Disney mugs are $20 each. So if you don't care about that and you just want like a little like outline, and that's okay with you, definitely check the M&M store. So from there, oh, and shout out to Splitsville because they let us use their bathroom even though we were not eating there. We went to Polite Pig, and it was maybe like a 10-minute wait in line.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. For as crazy as
Disney Springs was, you can definitely tell the holiday crowds arrived today.
It is here.
And so we each got the pulled pork slider kids meal, and it came with a choice of waffle fries or carrot sticks, and we both got waffle fries and a small drink, and it was like $24 for both of us, which was really, really good. And the pulled pork itself was really good.
Yeah. Well, it is a Michelin star restaurant,
right? And it was really funny because this guy behind us was like, this is barbecue, how can this be Michelin? And his daughter, I think, was trying to explain to him, it's not the food itself, it's the quality of the food. There's no way that barbecue can be a Michelin star. It was really funny.
It's multiple years of Michelin star.
Yeah, multiple years. And so we just kind of laughed. But we were we found a table really quickly. And it probably took 10 minutes, if that, to get food. And we enjoyed our lunch. They have lots of different barbecue sauces that you can choose from. I did the spicy or black pepper. Black pepper barbecue sauce on my little slider. And
it's more or less your regular barbecue sauce.
Yeah. And then you get a little kid's cup, and they do have you can fill your cup as many times as you want, which was nice with the smaller cup. So then we wandered over to Amorette's. We both got a Mickey brownie because we knew that would travel fairly easily, and I also got a chocolate chunk cookie that we'll eat like later down the road if we want to, or we can eat it when we get home. Either way, we just wanted to take a little something else home with us to enjoy on a Disney day coming up. So that is kind of our whirlwind back to Disney Springs. We did decide for an upcoming trip that we probably won't leave driving until around this time, which is around 2:30. Yeah. We'll get up, we'll have like a character meal, go to Disney Springs, wander around a little bit, and then get on the road. So the funny thing is that the road that we're on to get back to where we need to go to get to I think the Turnpike is a Magic Kingdom exit.
So there's a decent chance we're back on property before we're off property.
Yeah, it's really funny. So, and when we were driving to Disney Springs the second time, like when we were coming back to go to Polite Pig and stuff, we think we were in some cast member areas because
it's like, okay, there's the Reba's Brothers warehouse.
Yeah, and we're like, not filming back here. Nope. So, but yeah, so our exit says 1 mile to the Magic Kingdom. So not quite sure exactly how this route is taking us, but
we'll figure it out.
Well, we'll get home eventually. We'll catch up with you down the road. Right. We have to.
There's a Donald, a Mickey, a Minnie, and a Goofy.
We literally have to. The route that we're taking now literally puts us back on property to leave property. This is like the worst thing ever. It's like tormenting us.
It's like you're back,
but you're really not. Neener. Oh, entertainment value at the peak. Just gotta say it. So, watching the traffic going south, it's absolutely insane. There are so many cars, and this isn't like half of it.
Back there,
it was horrible. It's like the farther south you go, the more congested it's getting, and it's like we were looking. There was no reason for it to be congested. It's like, are we looking at birds again? Like, I don't see any.
There aren't any clouds, so
there's no clouds to look at, and there's no birds. and you know it's a lot of people driving into Universal, to Disney, to SeaWorld, to all
other resorts, driving on down to Miami.
Yeah. So, like, hopefully, like, no one's trying to make a cruise tonight or something, you know.
That I already depart.
Yeah. You're already in trouble.
You should have gone there last week.
Right. So it's just like insane to watch. So it is Sunday. It is. I'm looking at my Magic Band like it's my Fitbit. It is Sunday the 21st, and it is currently 7:56 Central Time. I slept a majority of the night.
I drove.
Sam drove. I took my Equate nighttime DM cough syrup, big swig, went to sleep. Kind of woke up off and on at different points. Like, I am glad I woke up.
She was so out of it, she didn't realize she was inside of Buc-ee's.
Pretty much. I was that, like, zone. So, like, I remember going into Becky's. I remember using the bathroom at Becky's, but, like...
I asked her if she wanted anything, and she didn't know.
I'm like, I don't know. I don't care. What are we doing? Because I literally woke up, like, as we drove up to Becky's. So, you know. No biggie. But we have made several stops for gas and to use the bathroom. We made a stop in Illinois.
Mount Vernon. Yeah.
To use the bathroom, and it's a good thing that we stopped, because like I like passed right back out after we got back in the car, and up probably how far away from the gas station?
Maybe 20 minutes.
Was like a bad wreck.
A semi-truck flipped over. A car, I'm not quite sure, it may have rolled over.
But, like, if we hadn't stopped, there's a potential we could have been involved in that. So, I'm like, yay, thank you to my bladder for needing to pee.
Yeah, the semi was on its side. The car was destroyed, so...
we made our...
I have a feeling somebody fell asleep.
We made, in theory, our last gas stop just now. Or just...
Well, if it's still $1.99 at Walmart, we'll probably go ahead and gas out.
In Columbia, we stopped, we ran through, this is how out of it I was. I didn't want food. Like, I hadn't really eaten anything except for a few pieces of his pineapple that he got at Buc-ee's.
And you had a few slices of your cheese.
And I had a few cubes of cheese since, like, noon yesterday.
I'd say since we had our...
Polite Pig. And, that's literally how out of it I was. Like, I had the cough syrup in me. Car rides put me to sleep anyway, in theory. If I'm not stressed out, I will knock out really fast in the car.
Then why were you stressed on the way down?
I don't know. I don't know why I couldn't sleep on the way down. I think that was, yay, we're going to Disney.
Oh, okay.
But we stopped and got gas in Columbia. I got a there was a McDonald's right across from Phillips 66.
Mm-hmm.
I got a sausage biscuit at McDonald's. We went across, got gas. They had those roller hot dogs, 2 for $4. So Sam got a couple of those.
I'm just not a big breakfast food person unless it's Mickey Waffles.
Yeah, unless it's
Pop-Tarts.
Yeah, unless it's like a kid's food. Sam doesn't eat breakfast.
Hey, I like my eggs Benedict, thank you.
Fair enough. Sam is not a... Okay, let's rephrase this then. You are not a breakfast person unless we're on vacation.
Fair.
Otherwise, it's general foods that he can get away with eating for breakfast. So he got a couple of roller balls. I got an Alani sherbet. I got the sherbet swirl. I'm very excited that these are now a general item from Alani and not a seasonal. And yes, I have a bag of Celsiuses somewhere in the car, but this is cold and it's my sherbet Alani. And if you know me at all, I will buy up every one of these I find and hoard them because I like them. And don't tell me that the Celsius sherbet ones taste the same, because they do not. Let's be honest right there. But we are under 4 hours away from home. we are going to make a stop in Emporia. No, on Facebook, what was it, yesterday? Day before?
Yesterday.
Somebody in our ladies group on Facebook said, hey, gas at Walmart in Emporia, if you're going through there, is $1.99 or $1.89 if you have Walmart Plus, which is, fantastic. And speaking of gas prices, yes, I know we said that we stopped in Mount Vernon, which is in Illinois, and we actually did guess that because it was cheaper in Illinois than it was in Florida.
Uh-huh. It was high in Florida right now.
It was high in Florida right now.
They had seasonal pricing.
Yeah, I think it was seasonal surge pricing. But we still really stayed in our budget for gas, and we will talk about what we budgeted, what we spent, like in a whole different. If the semi doesn't take us out, thank you. Because the semi came over, we started.
Well, it was because of the one ahead of it getting off.
I was like, if the semi doesn't take us out, on camera here. But we'll talk about like what we spent, how we budgeted and stuff in a separate video. But the sun is coming up. It's rising. It rises in the east and sets in the west. So Sam's got his sunglasses on. I'll probably put mine on here in a little bit. But it's in that really nice spot where it's daylight and you aren't blind yet. And my cough sounds bad, but it actually is much better than it was. It's all the gunk trying to come up now. Anyway, we're going to stop in Emporia and grab lunch because number one, we don't want to get home and cook. Number two, you said you're feeling awake.
Uh-huh.
So, in theory...
Whatever sense that makes. It's called staff duty.
Yeah.
What happened the day after staff duty?
We always went and did something.
Simply because I was awake.
And for those of you who are new to the channel, Sam is prior service. We were stationed out in Washington on active duty for 3 years, and then he was a National Guard up until 2019. And so he's pulled a lot of staff duties, and we lived on base out in Washington, so he had some of the holiday staff duties because we lived on base, which was fine. We don't have, no big deal. So we're used to celebrating birthdays, anniversaries, holidays in general at random points in the year.
So we celebrated Christmas.
So we celebrated for Christmas a week early. It was nothing. Normally, if our anniversary fell on a weekend when he was doing National Guard, it was always drill weekend. Mm-hmm. Always drill weekend. But what was really nice is some of the guys noticed that, and like they would bring they would grab a breakfast for us and say, hey, happy anniversary, we brought you breakfast or something. So that was really sweet. I was also the FRG leader, which was the Family Readiness Group support. And so if he was at drill, I was at drill. I had to be. So whether I wanted to be or not, I was there. And if there was a time when I didn't want to be there and I kind of had to be, the commander would buy me a Starbucks and apologize. Like, I'm sorry you have to be here. Here's Starbucks. Please don't be angry. But I even had a little office in the chaplain's area. So that was always nice. But it's been... How was... Because I honestly don't know. How was traffic in Atlanta?
I flew through it.
Really?
Both ways.
Yeah, if you guys remember...
I'm confused.
If you guys remember our travel vlog from the beginning of the trip, it was like really smooth sailing through Atlanta. And like we kind of caught everyone was headed to like either in church or heading to church crowd because it was early enough. And
the other one was on a Saturday night when people should have been headed to the clubs, though.
Yeah, so it was, but I want to know how long some of those people sat in the Florida traffic. Because if y'all remember the beginning of this video, there was like, it was just like, all of a sudden, like, you pass these spots where it's just like stalled. And like, I'm looking at the, like, I know if we had been going southbound, like, it would have just been red and orange the whole way. And you even made the comment, if it had looked like that when we were...
When we looked at flipping, we wanted to.
Mm-hmm. I made the comment earlier, a couple hours ago, about 4 hours ago now, actually, that if we hadn't turned around, we would be home right now.
Uh-huh.
But honestly, I'm glad we did.
I'm not upset about it.
And I know I made this comment earlier in the video, but Mimi would have called it, and Mimi is what we called my grandmother, and we lost her earlier in January, right before her 99th birthday. She would have been 99 in February, and I think we're still going to do something to celebrate her 100th birthday, and we'll probably bring you guys along to celebrate. But she always called anything that veered off from what you had planned was called making memories. And so we laughed and went, oh, this is a Mimi making memories thing. And I even texted my mom yesterday. I'm like, so I lied. We're actually flipping around and heading back to have lunch and shop, and then we're gonna hit the road. And I go, Mimi would call it making memories, and she responded, she goes, yes, she would. So it was kind of a nice little moment. We'll talk about this have talked about this in our Epcot recap video, but my most favorite thing that I purchased on the trip, and there's a story behind this. In Marion, there used to be a store called HRK, and it was kind of a small town version of a Big Lots before Big Lots went junky crappy.
Always.
Yeah, it was a small town version of an Ollie's that was in like the 90s, early 2000s. They sold porcelain Venetian masks, and we would go as a family group to HRK because it was like a block from my grandmother's house and like 2 blocks from where I lived growing up. When all the family came at the holidays, it was a group trip to HRK, which, sounds crazy, but it's what we did. But they started handling these porcelain Venetian masks, the full ovals with the paint that were white with the painted designs on them. And she started collecting them. She collected them for years. Well, then HRK it didn't burn down per se, but the interior caught on fire, and they had to do a lot of remodeling. And after that, as a store normally does, it was never the same. They'd stopped carrying them. But so in Epcot, in the France Pavilion, Italy, sorry,
Venetian.
Sorry.
Where's Venetian? Where is that?
Sorry, Italy. If you're looking at the Italy Pavilion straight on, it will be on the left-hand side in the shops in the very back. It's a little bitty spot that has Venetian masks. It has some that are like the lace ones that like just cover like the eyes, and then they have some of the oval ones. And for a couple years, when we went at the holidays, we picked Mimi up a little Venetian mask to add to her collection, and she was always super excited about that because you can't really find them anymore. And so we had picked her up a couple, and I don't remember them having these last time, but I guess it wouldn't have really like affected me the same way. They had little itty bitty, and they're probably about yay big when you would put them on. They're little Venetian mask earrings. And I asked there were several different price points, but the ones on the very bottom that are almost identical to what she collected, but in miniature form, were like $20, $21 something with tax. So I got a purple pair of these little Venetian mask earrings that I'm super excited about. And you'll see them in the haul video at the, that'll be down the road.
Oh, yeah, because we still gotta wait for cheap pieces to come in.
Yeah. Well, thankfully, those videos won't go up until like April, May, sometime in there. The haul video is. Sometime. Yeah, Sam ordered some stuff in the China Pavilion. You want to talk about that?
Pointy sticks.
In the China Pavilion and in the Japan Pavilion, they've always had a display of swords. They used to be. Now, the Japan Pavilion still had a few selection of live weapons.
And so did China. But
So did China.
I didn't pull the trigger on that kind of price.
But they had wooden ones that just to decorate for decor, and they were what, $26 for the small ones,
25 for the short.
25 and 26, or 25 and 28, or something like that. And then it was like
$2 for the first one for shipping and $1 free extra.
So $3 in shipping. And here's the thing about the swords: if it's something that you are like, oh yeah, that's something that I'd like to get, it has to be shipped to you. You cannot take it with you. I'm so just
that's any of the.
Yeah,
that's UK. That's.
There's a lot.
China, Japan.
There's a lot of items in the pavilions that you literally order and they're shipped to your house. And typically the shipping is pretty reasonable. On the live weapons though, the shipping was pretty pricey. And so you just had never pulled the trigger. But when we went to Epcot on Thursday, Sam was like, whoa, they're wooden, but that's okay. The shipping price is great.
I'm like, it's not like I'm going to be using them as live weapons anyway.
They're just simply for decor. So it worked out really well. I can tell we're back in the Midwest because hello wind. So that's kind of what's going on. Recap of overnight, kind of some recaps from the trip. Obviously, you've seen the trip recap videos already. And I guess we'll catch up with you guys on down the road a little bit. Hey, it is 9:40 and we officially just passed back into Kansas. We are back over the rainbow. This should be like in sepia tone or something probably. But so we're in the Kansas part of Kansas City. We have 2 hours and 15 minutes until we get home, according to the GPS. But we are going to stop at Emporia and grab some lunch. Get gas.
If we need to get anything from Walmart.
If we need to get anything from Walmart today, if not, we'll probably do that in the next couple of days. But we are in Overland Park officially, which is a suburb of Kansas City. So we are
back watching cars rust and paint dry.
Pretty much. So I can't remember if we've already told you this, but we are back in Kansas. We just stopped in Emporia, which is our last stop before going home. We weren't hungry per se at the moment, but we know what the options are in town, and those really didn't appeal to us. So we actually made a very wise decision, and we still went ahead and went to Panda, but we got their family deal, and it comes with two large sides, and you can pick the sides that you want, and 3 entrees. And so we got steamed rice for Sam, the chow mein, the noodles for me. We got 2 Beijing beef because we will fight over those if we don't, and 1 orange chicken. We also each got a appetizer-y thing. I got spring rolls. Sam got the cream cheese crab ragu. I had a coupon that made one of them free with my Panda rewards points. So that was nice. We paid like $46-ish. But we have dinner tonight, or lunch when we get home. We've got dinner tonight, and we potentially have a meal tomorrow out of this. So it's really a really good value when you figure that when we go to McDonald's for the 2 of us, we can spend 25 bucks. So they they gave us soy sauce, teriyaki sauce, sweet and sour sauce, handful of chopsticks. So we are set for meal wise. And we can either dump what we want out on plates, we can eat out of the containers, kind of whatever we want to do with it that way. So we have about 50 minutes left. We should, according to the GPS, we'll be home about 12:15. So, which is actually pretty, really decent. So, we will catch up with you closer to home. We are home. We had an interesting drive home. I didn't realize it because Sam kind of was hoping, I think, that I wouldn't notice. The car tried to air out in Emporia. Sam said it had a really hard start. A couple of alerts came up. So we had no cruise control coming home. But we were fighting, like driving into the wind all the way home. Thankfully, my mom was...
And I still wanted to fight, to try to get...
Right. Sam wasn't fighting the car. The car was fighting the wind. So that was a positive. Sam was, like, it went up to speed fine. Everything, like, temperature-wise and stuff was fine. It just was erroring out on the dashboard. The little wrench had come on. We got home. I talked to Mom, like, the last, 30 minutes. She had texted, so I was talking to her to try to keep myself calm and stuff. And it worked. We got home. We turned it off. We kind of looked at each other, turned it back on, and it started just fine. So it was just some sort of issue. It's tired. We're tired. So, but now we are home. We are watching the Kansas City Titans game. There's 5 seconds left in the first 4. 3, 2, 1. First quarter's over. The score is 0-0. So we're having lunch. We're eating our Panda Kitchen. And once we're done, we'll probably end up taking a nap. So that's going to end our travel home videos. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, and we will see you in the next video.